Let's think about what happens to a solid material when you add heat. We'll make a plot of the temperature on the y-axis versus the amount of heat added on the x-axis. As heat is added to a solid, the temperature increases until the solid reaches its melting point. Continuing to add heat will cause the solid to melt, but during the melting process, the temperature will remain constant. Once all of the solid is turned to liquid, the addition of more heat will raise the temperature of the liquid. If the slope looks different here, that is on purpose. The actual slopes will depend on the heat capacities of the different states of matter. It will take a different quantity of heat to raise the temperature of the liquid by a degree than it will to raise the temperature of the solid or the gas. When the temperature reaches the boiling point, the boiling process will occur, but the temperature will stay constant. You should know that, since if you put a pot of water on the stove and bring it to a boil, the liquid water will never get above 100 degrees C. Once all the liquid has been vaporized, the addition of more heat can increase the temperature of the gas. In the first flat section of the plot, the amount of heat required to melt the solid can be quantified. For 1 mole, this amount is given by the symbol delta H FUS, which is the heat of fusion. Fusion is another name for melting. It may appear that the second flat section of the graph is longer. That is on purpose. The amount of heat to take 1 mole of liquid to the gas state is called the heat of vaporization, or delta H VAP, and is different than the heat of fusion. One final observation. There are portions of the plot where the temperature increases. This corresponds to an increase in the kinetic energy of the material, where molecules are moving faster. Where the plot is flat, state changes are taking place. A change of state corresponds to a change in the potential energy of the material, where charges are moving relative to one another. So the addition of heat can affect the kinetic energy or the potential energy.